Welcome back to Comfy Cooking.
Hello.
We are happy to have you in our kitchen. I'm Jessie.
I'm Cassie.
And if you are not subscribed, I know we're just really pushing this, subscribe. So that way you can enjoy all of the meals we create and you can cook them for your family. Today we have something special. Cassie is going to be showing us her tiramisu recipe. And we have been looking for a good tiramisu recipe forever. There is a local Italian restaurant that does it really well, but this blows it out of the park. So you'll have to make it for your family, and she will show you how.
Okay.
But it's important to know, Twyla.
Yes. So we were actually just on the way home from the grocery store the other day, and we were thinking we should do like a giveaway to kind of promote the channel and to get more subscribers. You know, we're almost at 50.
Woo!
We're super excited about it. I know piddly, but we're super excited to be growing a little bit and having more fun, more people. But we thought, oh gosh, let's do a giveaway. And you know, how does that work? How do people do it? You know, we're not YouTubers. We're just having fun in our kitchen, and I hope you'll play along with us. But there's been a person, everybody's been so kind. Thank you for coming to play with us. But Twyla, you win this giveaway. So thank you for being such a cupcake and supporting us in our comments and in our channel. So you get a dessert of your choice the next time that you're down in the area.
Yeah, yeah.
You can have the tiramisu or whatever you want. So
we will make you something.
Now, don't let this scare you. Our favorite is tiramisu, and at the restaurants you can't find. I mean, it's hard to find a good one.
Yes.
There's a lot of moving parts, and we didn't make it for a long time because it looks so overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I mean, it looks like a lot jammed into this little counter, but let's get started. This might be a little longer of a video, but
it's worth it. It's worth it, so stick with us.
It won't disappoint.
No, get the recipe and make it. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, so here we go. Starting here, what we have is we have 6 egg yolks at room temperature. You need to beat them until they're about this color right here, really pale yellow. This will take you, it says, about 3 to 5 minutes. I beat mine about 5 to 7 minutes. So we did that before we even got on here because it's loud.
Right.
So I'm just going to show you, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla, just a scotch. Going to add a little bit of that. Let's whip it in. So I'm going to whip this in real quick.
Can we do ladyfingers?
Yep.
Okay. So what we're going to do with the ladyfinger portion is we have these ladyfinger cookies. You could just find them at your grocery store.
And actually, the only place that I've been able to find them is, shout out to you, Amanda, is in your Hy-Vee. I can't find them anywhere else. So now you can certainly, to save a buck, they're not cheap cookies, but if you are a baker and you want to do this, go ahead and make your own. But
we don't know how to do that.
We're not going to do that. So here's what we're going to do. We need some hot water because these are going to be soaked. In Italian, tiramisu means pick-me-up. So we're cheating a little bit. We're using instant coffee granules. And we've got the decaf. We normally use the caffeinated, but the kids really like this dessert, and obviously we eat dessert after our dinner, and I don't want to caffeinate them up. So,
and if you have an espresso machine, you can do
or regular coffee. If you like
regular coffee.
Strong. Yeah. I suggest you do really strong coffee because the purpose of this is a coffee dessert, the caffeine in it. So we've got this going here, and what Jessie's going to do is she's going to take each ladyfinger. She's going to make sure those are dissolved.
It's okay. What are you
doing? That was our pan. I did it wrong here. Look, come here. This was our pan. Let's just do a little switcheroo. See? Everything will be just fine. We're just going to give this a little clean because this is the dish we're going to put the tiramisu in. Just so, you don't need a clear dish, but just so you can see the layers. It just looks
make it extra pretty.
Yep. Okay, all right,
here we go. I'm going to dip these just a second or two on each side because you don't want to get them too mushy, or they'll just, you want them to hold up as much as possible but not be as hard as a little rock. So just a second.
Yep.
Put it down.
Okay. Now, while she's doing that, we're gonna do 2 layers of the cookies. While she's doing that, I have got mascarpone cheese. I've got 2 of them for our recipe. Each one is, how many ounces? How many ounces?
What, 6, 8?
Oh my
4?
gosh, I don't even know.
Does it say on there?
2 of these. There's only 8 ounces. Good Lord Almighty. 8 ounces of these. You need 16 ounces of cheese. So these are softened. So what's going to happen here?
And always cut towards you.
You're going to put this in after you have already got those egg yolks nice and creamy and fluffy. Now the instructions say, and I have not toyed with this, I have stuck with the instructions on this one, is just incorporate this cheese because it will break. So that's why we did all of the hard work on the egg yolks, and now we're just going to put this cheese in there and just get it incorporated. So I am going to get this started real quick. We won't talk, so you can just real quick.
We'll get all those lumps out of there. Those lumpy bumpies.
Now those lumpy bumpies. So, all I'm doing is incorporating it. I don't need to whip anything hard. Just get it all in there. And I am done here. So, what we're going to do is we are going to take this off and put it in a bowl because there's one more part that we need to do here. This is going to go in a bowl because next we are going to beat 1 cup of heavy cream.
You see how I have the tedious job? Okay, so to fit these in, kind of had to make some adjustments here, which is okay. But you want the bottom is covered as much as possible.
And once this goes, and it's supposed to sit for 24 hours. Once it does that, it'll stiffen up, not nearly as hard as a cheesecake, but it will get stiff and set, and all those flavors will kind of marry together.
Okay.
So let's put.
Is that our first layer down?
Got it. Yep. Okay. So now you need to wait on me. This one, yeah, will go together really quickly. Now, no need to even clean this bowl out. What we are going to do is add 1 cup of whipping cream.
Oh.
And if you don't like, I would suggest going full sweetness on this. I'm going to do a cup of powdered sugar.
Because the coffee is going to bitter it out.
Yep.
So, I mean, it seems like a lot, but honestly, it's not. The end product is not super, super sweet. So, it evens out.
The recipe didn't call for this. I add this.
We love almond.
Yep, a little scotch of almond.
And that was a lot.
And let's get this started. This is going to whip until you get stiff peaks. And then we'll go from there. I'll show you what we do from there. All right, we are at a point right now that our whipped cream is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently fold it in. Do you want to go ahead and fold that in, and I'll get this mixer out of the way just to give us some more elbow room. All right, now it's important not to deflate those. So
Here in a second, you can take this from me. Just trying to get all of it in.
So we're going to spoon this together and just fold, fold, fold.
Oh.
And do you want me to fold?
No, it's just all over.
And here. And okay, so at this point, we're pretty much done. So you see how easy that was. The really labor-intensive thing about this is just dipping each cookie into the coffee. But you don't need to, your stand mixer, you just start with the cheese. You don't even need to clean that out for the whipping cream. It'll whip right up with your powdered sugar, and it's all, as you can see, it's all folded in together anyways. So it's not like you have to do one thing, clean it up, do another. So there is a lot of steps. It will look like a lot of steps. We'll put them in the description box below. However, you saw how easy that was. The stand mixer does most of the work for you. Okay, so we're at a point now where everything is all incorporated. Look at that. Isn't it a beaut? Look at that.
Look at that, Clark.
Oh, it is so good.
I can hear it screaming.
It's a super nice day, so we're gonna head out. But the breeze has been perfect, and the kids are out screaming out back. They're with Grandma. They're not out there roaming the yard on their own.
We've got them on a leash.
A leash.
Is that okay?
On the clothesline, so they have room.
They run and play.
So what we're gonna do, half of this is going to go in. It's about half. Okay, half of that's gonna go in. I'm going to just spread it on the top here.
To get ready for layer number 2.
Okay, so after this layer, so I'm gonna let Jessie do that, and I'm gonna tell you about what we're gonna do here. So this is optional. The decoration on top, I always mix a little bit of cocoa powder and coffee granules because I like to have mine decorated on top. So that's all this is right here, is coffee granules and cocoa. And then, oh, that cocoa dust just got all over me. And then we're just gonna take it through a mesh and just pretty it out. So a little something about this cake. You can eat it right away. However, the instructions say you need about a good 24 hours in the fridge to kind of let everything set. And that's what we tend to do. We let it set. So we'll eat it tomorrow. We'll let it set all night, all day, and then all night. And then it is so good. It is so worth the time to make this. And I am so disappointed that we did not do this way sooner than we did.
I know, it is so good.
It is a little more on the expensive side. It is a little pricier dessert just because the mascarpone and the ladyfinger cookies.
Mm-hmm.
However, how much were they? I mean, in our restaurants are what? $8 to $12
for
a square.
Right. So if you're
you're
really
paying about
money
15,
saving.
Yeah, you're paying about $15, and you can make it stretch if you want to get different cookies and thin it out. But I found we started with a 9x13, and I found that an 8x8 or a 9x9, that's the perfect for 2 boxes of cookies. And really, you will find, okay, you don't need a big piece, but you're gonna want a big piece.
You're gonna want a big piece.
But it's really rich.
Okay, that's good.
So we've got the cookies, the soaked cookies. Now, and you can see we have a lot of this left over. You can either freeze it for next tiramisu, so you don't have to keep doing it. But I find if we don't put a lot in there, we're making another batch to soak our cookies. So now what we're doing is we are just pouring. Sorry, let me hold it. Pouring the rest. Hold it so I don't willy-nilly it, and put some elbow grease behind it. Get all of that. Goodness, sorry. All right, there we go. Get all of that goodness.
All right.
And now what we're going, look at that.
I'm so excited for it. I love tiramisu. It is my favorite.
I'm having to show some crazy restraint not to lick off that.
Well, that's when the camera comes off.
Right? Okay.
Okay, so then we'll just
go ahead. It's gonna come off. That breeze in our window. Okay, go ahead. Oh, look at that.
Woohoo! This is your cake. You tell me when to
Oh,
stop.
no, just keep. I'm just shutting that. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, it'll soak in, but I mean, Food Network. If you want a recipe, or look at it, the breeze just took it.
We'll just get this off of there like that. Oh,
there we go.
And you could also peel some chocolate and put some chocolate on there as well.
Yeah, there you go. And here, a very, very pretty. Now, when you plate it, you can also put the cocoa powder
On the plate.
On the plate. But let's get that up on a clean surface and take a peek at that. All right, you guys. We hope you enjoy this. If you try it and you like it, please let us know. If you have a tweak in the recipe that you've seen, put it down in the comments and let us know.
Yes.
Otherwise, thank you for being supportive in the comments. We
Yes.
sure appreciate you. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe below. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Say something. Say something in the camera.
A little something into the camera.
Something in the camera. Welcome back. hump. Our loose is totally loose.